A very good morning to all of you. Very quickly, I am Yogita. I run a talent solutions organization by the name of iExceed Solutions. We are an end-to-end talent solutions provider with presence in multiple countries, including UK, Europe, Middle East, Southeast Asia, and of course, India is home. Though I have spoken at numerous business conferences many times, I have spoken in the UK Parliament as well a couple of times at House of Lords in the Palace of Westminster. But addressing this audience is a very, very special feeling. I am deeply connected to academia. It is something which is very close to my heart. And I feel very privileged to be given this opportunity by Mount Olympus School to address this group of young, vibrant, energetic, passionate individuals who are going to be the future of the country. And when I look at you all, I try to find the younger version of myself sitting somewhere in the front row with oil in my hair, spectacles, two plaids, trying to avoid being bullied by the others, but with a lot of determination in my mind. The determination to bring about a change. To bring about a change in the society and to try to make it a more equal place for everybody. Very quickly, just to give you a background, I come from a very middle class family where educating girls was not the priority for them. Though I was lucky enough to be born to parents who did not stop me from studying as much as I wanted, though the end goal of studies was not necessarily independence, it was to find a good groom so that an educated girl can raise a good family, help the husband with career aspirations, and have a good life. With that intent, I did my engineering from one of the best institutes in the country. Post-engineering, I got married, but I was very determined to pursue my education after marriage. I went to do my post-graduation after marriage. Right after college, I had children. And then the entire mindset was around raising children, giving them a good education, and helping my husband with fulfill his career aspirations. So that was the reason I was allowed to study. Anyways, with that thought, with that alignment, I had to leave India and settle in the UK so that my husband's career aspirations could be fulfilled. I went there, did find a job. It was a good one. And in the daily grind of job, family, children, I did realize that if I have to have a sense of purpose in life, there has to be a change that I have to bring about because change is the only constant. I did a lot of research. I was observing all these years, and I realized that there is a huge gap in the talent industry. And I wanted to contribute to the economy, specifically to the Indian economy as well, because India is home. I can be out of India, but India cannot be out of me. So with that thought, I thought how keeping and balancing everything that I have acquired all this while, this can be done. I also saw that innovations in talent are extremely important if the organizations have to thrive and survive, because talent is a war. And all the major organizations are engaging in this war, and it's the organizations who innovate are the ones who are going to survive. With that thought, the formation, the genesis of iExceed came into picture. And when I look at myself sitting here, I do want myself to be seen as a transformative leader, as somebody who contributed her bit to bringing about the change, to doing that innovation. That is what the idea is. There were a couple of things, in fact, more than a couple, that we did, that I thought about, and then we conceptualized them, which we thought would bring about this change. The first one is focus on diversity and inclusion. That goes very well with the thought that I carry in my mind for change that the world needs to be equal and equitable place for everybody, irrespective of gender orientation, religious beliefs, political beliefs, anything. We need to have a representation from everybody in the workplace. With that thought, I educated a lot of my large customers, and guys, believe me, these large organizations, they do not have strict policies in place to include everybody. So I myself recall having chat with senior HR and senior talent folks in a lot of large organizations, helping them understand the importance of having a diverse workforce. Because having a diverse workforce brings in a lot of different perspectives. It improves the company culture. It helps in better decision making. It overall leads a very, very positive thing. In fact, I dug myself and did a lot of research into organizations where there is a diverse and inclusive representation from different types of workforce. There, the growth was much higher. So making the organizations understand that was one of the key activities that we did. The second one was usage of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I stand here and I feel a little proud seeing that we are one of the very, very few organizations of our size who have completely using AI and machine learning within the organization. So we are completely automated. And from a business perspective, it gives us a lot of benefits in terms of streamlining the recruitment process, streamlining the hiring process, bringing in those efficiencies, freeing up the time of the recruiter, bringing down the cost. Obviously, we pass down those benefits to our customers. And guys, we are in the age of AI. If we see how the Western part of the world is completely technology focused, I would not say technology dependent. They're very tech focused. They are very well in terms of adoption of technology. So it's extremely important to be there. That is where as organization and as individuals, we have come into the picture and we have guided and educated our customers into how we can use AI. The third is very close to my heart. It is ethical and sustainable business practices. Guys, ethics in business are extremely, extremely, extremely important. And however much I would emphasize, there are a lot of organizations, there are a lot of individuals where these are just words. How we have done our bit, we use AI ethically. We believe in ethical usage of AI so that there's complete transparency in the entire hiring and talent management process. From end to end, complete fair, complete transparent and ethical business practice because we firmly believe in having long-term growth over short-term gains. So with non-ethical practices, yes, short-term quick gains can be obtained. But if I talk about long-term growth strategy, it is not possible. And that is where ethical usage of AI comes into the picture. I have myself done a lot of presentations at a lot of customers, helping them understand how we are ethically using AI to manage their entire talent process. And I'm happy that the reception had been very, very good. The next way in which we think we've tried to bring about a change is again the cause which is closest to my heart. It is around women empowerment and ensuring that there is a good representation of women in leadership. So guys, yes, we have come a long way in India when it comes to equality, when it comes to women having equal representation, but still there's a long, long, long way to go. I have stayed in India for a long time. I have stayed in the West for a long time, and there is a stark difference in the entire outlook on how females are perceived in the eastern part of the world versus the western part of the world. It is completely different. When we say gender equality, it is actually practiced in the West. And that is where I want to do my bit, that whatever I can contribute, my 2 cents to women empowerment. So I personally take that as an agenda. I also encourage women to apply for leadership roles. I myself talk to a lot of senior HR folks, senior C-level folks, the C-suite folks, in helping them understand how keeping women in board, in the leadership positions is going to help their organization, because it gives a completely different picture to the entire thing. Women not only have high IQs, they have high EQs as well. They're better team players. I can go on and on, but this is probably not the right forum to talk about that. But this is something that I do. Apart from helping a lot of women entrepreneurs, I also guide and speak to a lot of young students from school, college who approach me for career guidance, on how to chalk out their career path. And I feel really that is the happiest moment when I'm able to guide a young person, boy or a girl, on how to help and define their career path. That's one of the ways. The other way which we've tried to bring about a change is digital transformation. So guys, we are in the digital age. We know that our lives have become very, very digital. India is definitely moving towards that. And helping large organizations with digital transformations is an extremely important step, because if we do not do that, we miss out. And as I was highlighting the importance of innovation as a sustainable competitive advantage, this is one of the ways. It's very important that the organizations stay ahead of the digital curve, and we help the organizations in this change by building digital teams for them. We help streamline their teams. We help them navigate this digital transformation journey smoothly, so that they can stay ahead of the game, they can stay ahead of competition. One of the last things which I want to talk about is post-pandemic workplace. So the workplace post-pandemic is a completely changed affair. What we see now in the workplace is very different from what was happening before the pandemic was there. The shift to remote working, shift to hybrid working, shift in the expectations of the people, bringing in a more humane aspect to business are some of the few things, some of the few changes which have happened. And I would again take a little pride in saying that we were one of the first organizations which were very, very agile in moving to remote working. And not only that, I have also personally discussed with a lot of my senior client folks on how incorporating these business practices within their organization will help not only business, but the human aspect of business as well. So we have our clients, and the way we build teams for them are remote teams, hybrid teams, teams where there's a lot of flexibility, where we understand that the post-pandemic life of people have completely changed. Some of them have lost family members. I personally lost close family members in COVID. So I know how it feels. But you have bills to pay. You have a house to run. You have children to feed. You have to bring food on the table. How do you do that? To balance out the human aspect versus a business, but money also has to be made. So we have done our bit in bringing about that change. So those were some of the areas. I mean, there are loads, and I can go on and on, but obviously this is not the right forum to talk about that. I would just like to conclude by saying that we are trying to do our bit for the educated workforce, for the economy. The next on the agenda is how we can leverage this for not so privileged, not so educated workforce. The workforce which is trying to make their ends meet, which are struggling, where career paths are not defined, who did not get many opportunities to study, to educate themselves. How can we do that and at the same time contribute to the economy? So that is definitely next on the agenda. Apart from that, the other changes that we are doing, which we're already doing, where I think we need to step up the game, is doing something for children, for underprivileged children. Though we do our bit in terms of contribution to a lot of charities, NSPCC, the Association for Deaf Children, and here Nanni Kani, and many other associations where we do our bit. But we want to incorporate the talent management for those that aspect of the society as well. Thoughts are undergoing. We are trying to formulate strategies. I'm sure something is going to come up soon. So guys, I just want to close by saying that, again, it was a great opportunity to address such a young, vibrant, passionate audience with a lot of energy, with a lot of things. There is a lot that still needs to be done, and there's miles to go before we sleep. Thank you so much.